Every day, thousands of tourists come here, but some leave delighted, while others are convinced they wasted their money. So is it worth going to this hotel? Let's find out. Welcome to the Turkish Hotel, Hedef Resort and Spa. Hedef Resort and Spa is a 5-star all-inclusive hotel in Alanya, where sun, comfort, and a true holiday atmosphere come together. The hotel is located in a picturesque region of Alanya and offers guests spacious rooms thoughtfully designed for your comfort and plenty of amenities. The large territory with pools and relaxation areas creates ideal conditions for both a relaxing vacation and active entertainment. A private beach with convenient access to the sea allows you to enjoy warm water and soft sand every day. The restaurants delight guests with a variety of dishes where everyone can find something to their taste, from fresh salads to appetizing hot meals. And you get all of this for a very low price. But what's the catch, you may ask? And you would be absolutely right, because here you really should question and not fully trust the advertising, as the hotel rating is only 9 on Google and 2.7 on TripAdvisor. Right now, let's take a closer look at all the pros and cons of the hotel so you can make the right decision. But before we begin, I would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and support this video with likes and comments. Thank you. When I first walked out to the sea, I realized this was nothing like the soft Turkish sand shown in advertisements. Crushed stones, branches, and random debris were constantly under my feet, and I simply could not relax right away. The entrance to the water is terrible. Sharp and slippery stones make every step cautious, and without special shoes, I would not even risk going in. A couple of times I truly felt how easy it would be to scratch my foot on the bottom. If you look up at the sunbeds, you will see they are old and in some places dirty. Some were completely broken, and at times I had to walk around the beach just to find a decent spot. On certain days, the atmosphere felt less like a resort and more like neglect. When strong waves came and the red flag was raised, all that was left was to look at the sea from a distance, though that is nature's whim rather than the hotel's fault. What surprised me most was that in the evening, access to the beach could be closed. After dinner, I wanted to walk along the water but ran into a locked gate. There were moments when I tried to convince myself that the beach was generally fine, but deep down I understood it was more of a compromise. Overall, the beach did not impress me at all, and I can only hope the hotel territory is better. From the outside, Hedef Resort and Spa looked quite decent, and at first I was even pleased. But as soon as I stepped inside, there was a sense of wear and neglect. In the lobby, I noticed old furniture and strange smells. I had the impression that cleaning was done very rarely. In public areas, I several times encountered unpleasant conditions in the restrooms. I wanted to leave as quickly as possible and never return. The elevator in my building was amazing. I hope you understand the irony, because sticky buttons and cracked glass did not impress me at all, and sometimes it did not work at all. By the pool, the sunbeds did not look very clean, with stains that made lying on them uncomfortable. The pool water sometimes appeared cloudy, and I caught myself thinking I did not want to go in at all. All these little things accumulated and started to irritate me more than I expected. Of course, the pool and aqua zone somehow saved the overall impression, but in general, I constantly thought that with slightly better control and cleaning, everything could look completely different. Right now, however, the territory gives the impression of a hotel that cannot even maintain basic cleanliness. And with these thoughts, we head to check the food at Hedef Resort and Spa. I had very mixed impressions about the food. The first thing that caught my attention was dirty dishes. I had to sort through plates and forks looking for clean ones, which quickly became tiring and unpleasant overall. Sometimes there were plates with grease stains or glasses with marks, and that immediately killed my appetite. There were often lines at the serving stations, and I had to wait for new portions to be brought out. During peak hours, the restaurant turned into a noisy crowd, and there were days when I ended up eating only fries. There was not much meat, the fruit looked rather basic, and although there were many desserts, not all of them were truly tasty. Drinks were not great either. Finding decent coffee turned out to be a challenge, And in the evening, there was none on the beach because the bar was closed. Yes, sometimes the food seemed quite normal, but the overall impression was spoiled by organizational issues. In the end, for me, dining here was less about taste and more about fighting for basic comfort. And after this struggle for clean dishes and decent food, let's head to the room to get some rest. When I entered my room, the first thing I noticed was dust, stains, and the feeling that cleaning had been very superficial. Once I walked barefoot across the floor and noticed that my feet had turned dark. Bed linen and towels were not always changed regularly, and I had to remind staff about it. There was trash and belongings in the closet that clearly belonged to previous guests. All this created the feeling that you were placed in a room where someone had been living just an hour ago. The refrigerator was empty and had to be filled by myself. Even basic things like liquid soap were sometimes missing. At the same time, the shower worked, the air conditioner cooled, and technically everything functioned. But the inner sense of comfort still did not appear. I constantly kept a checklist in my head. Is everything clean? Was everything changed? Can I relax? For me, the room became a source of extra tension instead of a place to rest. Honestly, I have not had such a vacation in a long time. I was left with mixed feelings about the staff at Hedef Resort and Spa. There were employees who sincerely tried to help and resolved issues quickly. But there were also situations where I felt irritation or indifference. Sometimes it was difficult to communicate in English, which slowed down even the simplest questions. With housekeeping, I had to make several requests before anything changed. I felt that many things were done only after repeated reminders. There were moments when the tone of communication seemed cold, leaving an unpleasant aftertaste. At the same time, there were genuinely friendly people who helped improve my mood a little. The contrast was too strong, from good service to complete neglect. Overall, I realized that here much depends on the specific employee and your luck. And now, let's discuss the entertainment at Hedef Resort and Spa. The evening program seemed quite modest to me. I did not see the animators very often. Sometimes they tried to create an atmosphere and it was noticeable, but the scale was small. The disco did not last long and ended early, around 11 in the evening. The music was mostly aimed at a local audience and did not always match my mood. After dinner, the hotel did not feel lively. The beach bar closed early, and the evening vibe by the sea quickly disappeared. In the end, I most often just sat by the pool or in the bar. Occasionally, there were pleasant little touches that created some atmosphere, but honestly, I expected a more dynamic program. If you come here specifically for active nightlife, you should think carefully. And now, I will tell you about the kids area at the hotel. For children, the main entertainment center was the pool and aqua zone. I saw how kids happily spent hours there. But the condition of the water sometimes caused me doubts and concern. I wanted to be sure about cleanliness, especially when it comes to children. The children's animation program was not very noticeable. Everything revolved only around slides and water. The potential for a great kids' vacation is here, but it is not fully realized. Without stable cleanliness and proper organization, it is difficult for parents to fully relax. The Turkish all-inclusive hotel Hedef Resort and Spa is a very budget 5-star hotel that raises many questions. It is an example of complete, unsanitary conditions, and it is simply impossible to relax comfortably in such circumstances. Everywhere is dirty. There are stains in the rooms, cleaning is irregular and low quality, there are dirty dishes in the restaurant, and the pool water personally makes me doubtful. For me, cleanliness is the most important thing, and here it is simply a nightmare. If you are planning a vacation at Hedef Resort and Spa in Turkey, I advise you to think carefully again and rewatch our video from beginning to end. Friends, the final choice always remains yours, and only you can decide whether it is worth flying to this hotel for your holiday or not. And while you are thinking, I recommend watching our other videos about Turkish hotels as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave your likes and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss our new reviews. And with that, I say goodbye to you, see you soon at another hotel.